Hello, my name is Will, and I'm narrating this video so I can show you around my studio and so I can pull out some bits and bobs too. I've just finished painting the studio door today, which means I've realised it was a terrible time to manhandle all my work with paint splattered hands, but hey ho. I graduated in 2016 and I'm now an artist. I work part-time as a graphic designer at the V&A Museum in London. I have a very fingers in pies approach, which means I also take on freelance design work and run small projects such as publishing zines. I'm wanting to make more art and exhibit more work in the future, as well as doing a bit of teaching to complement the bits I'm already doing here and there. I'd also like to do more volunteering work, so yeah, fingers in pies. Just before I graduated at UWE, Colin, head of the course, sat me down and asked what I was going to do. I didn't know, so he said, why not go and check out the Royal College of Art? I did, and I liked it, and the warm bosom and safe harbour of education tempted me like a siren. So I applied, and foolishly they offered me a place. I decided to defer my start there, because I didn't want to go straight from BA to MA. This proved to be the right decision in hindsight, because everyone was talking about clients and stuff like that, which I wouldn't have known about if I'd have gone straight there. So that meant I had a year to live, laugh and love. I left Bristol with nothing lined up and moved back home to Manchester. I was very sad and I sat around in my pants watching Takeshi's Castle for quite a while, but I also got a season ticket at my beloved Manchester City, so that was cool. After a bit I got a job being a busboy at the restaurant in Home in Manchester, and that was great. After starting there I was then lucky enough to pester Craig Oldham into taking me on, which he very kindly caved into, and I worked for him at his design studio, Office of Craig. We did some cool jobs, including work for the Millennium Gallery in Sheffield and his book Oh Shit What Now, which was published by Lawrence King. After this year of deferral was up, I then left Manchester, which was a very hard decision, because at this point I was living and laughing and loving, but the RCA wouldn't let me defer again, so I left and moved to London. I was on the visual communication programme and did the experimental communication pathway, which doesn't really mean anything, but has a cool name for your certificate. The RCA was fun and I made a bunch of great mates. My second year I also worked at the Student Union Bar, which was ace. I don't know how people manage to do 1 year masters, because that seems way too intense for me, so I was grateful for the 2 years of this course. Towards the end of my time at the RCA, I started freelancing at the V&A Museum's design studio. My mate Molly was freelancing there and they needed people, so I was put forward for an interview and we hit it off. I kept doing freelance days there until I graduated. I then had 1 week off, which was an intensely short period of time to get my head around things, before starting work there properly. I've been doing that ever since. Along the way, I've also exhibited artwork around the country, been involved in some projects I'm dead proud of, and run a zine called Tendencies, which has led to fun launch parties and radio shows. UWE was totally the making of me, and equipped me with the way of thinking and approach to design that I've used ever since. Heavy on the research, interested in people and their stories, collaborative a lot of the time, and never too serious. If you're a prospective student, I'd urge you to go to UWE. The course is great, but if you don't like it, then at least you'll be living in Bristol, and that's wicked. If you're watching this and you're already on the course, then I'd encourage you to keep working hard, make the most of what's available to you, but also have a big laugh. Good luck for the future, I'm sure you'll do great. Now, lastly, it says in the brief here, to invite viewers to see more. So let me formally invite you to follow me on Instagram. My handle is @don'twillkit. My website needs redoing, but it's willbindley.com. And you can write me an email at will@willbindley.com. Thanks for your time and good luck.